Hello, welcome back to Faraday's Juniors channel. Today we are going to continue our analysis on divergent what? Divergent. We already did what the gradient here on divergence, and then finally we move on to the curve. Okay. So first of all, I said we need to understand the del operator. And I said the del operator is given by uh del on partial del on x of what? Ix plus partial on what? Y j, and then partial on what? Z, and then finally k. Okay, so it can be depending on the number of planes it's operating within. If it's in x and y plane, we do it what? I and then j. Okay, now if we are talking about a divergent, the word divergent, put it in mind that what we are talking about dot product. Okay, so here what is happening is that what the del operator is now dotting the function. So let's say the function is in terms of x, y, and then finally z, right? So it means that what we are doing here is that what we have this whole function del on del of x of what? Ix plus what? Del on what? Y. Let me just do it in terms of y so that it will be simple. This one will be more. Plus the function itself. So it's dotting the function as usual. We know the function is in terms of, let's say, xy of what? Ix plus what? Function sy plus what? Iz. Okay. Iy. Okay. Now what is happening here in dot product is that anytime a plane dotted another plane, is going to give us a result which is equal to what? 0. So let's say Ix dotting Ix, right? Is going to give us 1. It means that we are going to, so the whole of this is multiplying what we see here. It means that we are going to get what? Partial on x of the function what? X comma, let's say y in the x plane, right? So don't forget Ix will give us 1, so it will not come. Plus here, if it is Ix, we know that the multiplication is also dot with this. But then if Ix dot Iy is going to give us a result of 0, or Ix dotting what? Iz is also going to give us a result of 0. Meaning at all point in time, we need to dot for that particular plane. So what we are doing here is that we are just going to differentiate with respect to that particular plane, and that's so easier. Okay, so let's look at what will happen at the second end. It means that if this one is going to dot to this, we are going to get 0. So this one will rather dot the what? The j plane. So we are going to get partial on partial of what? Y of the function what? X in terms of x comma what? Y. So don't forget the jj what will go to 1. So giving us this result, right? So what we should put in mind is that the divergent must always operate on a scalar and then give us a result. Sorry, what we need to learn from here is that right, the divergent always operate on what? A vector, and gives us a result which is a scalar. What I normally say is that what this is objective, that is why I'm squandering on it. Mostly it comes a lot. So divergent will take what? Vectors and die the vector and give us what? A scalar. Divergent will take what? A scalar. Divergent will take what? A vector and die the vector and give us what? A result which is a scalar. You can see it was a vector operating on what? Vector, and it has given us what? Scalar. You get it? Okay. So let's take an example for instance. So let's say we have the function. Okay. We define the divergent of x comma y which is equal to 3x what? I, right? Plus 2y what? J, right? 2ij. We've already established that, right? If we dot any other plane, then we will also give us it. It means that we're just going to differentiate this plane alone. So we just differentiate what is here. Or we just take it partial on x of what? 3x of I. That's why we don't go to another plane because that would give us a 0. Of in fact this I will not even come of 3x. Plus we taking the partial of what? Y in the what? In the j plane. So j here we are going to get what? 2y, right? So this one, if we differentiate 3x, we are going to get 3 plus differentiating what? 2y. So here, differentiating 2y, which will give us a corresponding value of what? 2. Okay. 2y will give us a corresponding value of what? 2. It means that here, we're going to get everything to be what? To be 5. Okay. Similar, let's take another example. So this the same example which is closer to what we did. So f of what x comma y which is given by 3x squared I, right, plus what 2y, let's say j, the same thing, almost close. So we are just going to take partial on what the plane which is what 3x squared, okay, plus partial on what, so this is x, y, 2y, okay. Here if we differentiate with respect to this x, right, you're going to get what 6x plus 2y will give us what 2, okay. So this is the result, okay. So the divergence is so easy and it makes it converge very easy, right? You could see clearly that almost all the questions we are taking our answers in terms of what in terms of a scalar, okay. So let's take this one. So we have the field x comma y which is given by x on what on y I plus 2x minus what 3y of what j, okay. Now we know that we just need to what operate in what the x plane. So we have the function is x on y, right? Plus operating in what? Operating in the what? The y plane, which is of course we have 2x minus 1, 3y. So if we differentiate with respect to x, we need that we are going to differentiate only the x. If we differentiate x, this 1 over y is given as constant, okay? So 1 over y is constant. If we differentiate x, we get 1 plus here, which one is constant? We have the value of what x being constant. We differentiate 3y minus 3y. Minus 3y is going to give us what? Minus 1, 3. It means that our result will be equal to what? 1 on y minus 3. So this is the result of what? The result of what we are solving. Okay. Now let's take another example. So we have, so example 3. Let's say we have the function which is equal to xi plus what? Yg, right? So I said we just need to operate in what the x plane of x plane alone. The function in the x plane is this. Plus operating in what the y plane. So here is y. So if you partially differentiate x, you're going to get 1. Partially differentiate y, you're going to get what 1. So the result will give us what 2. You get it. So this is so easy. Let's take another example. Let's take another example. So we have, let's say example 4, right? 5 or 4. We have the function f to be equal to y cube of what I plus xy of what of j, right? So here we are going to do with respect to the here it is I, right, with respect to x, right? And with respect to x plane we have the result to be y cube there, right? Plus with respect to this we're going to get partial on what y and the result is what xy, okay. So if we differentiate partially y cube, here y is what the constant, so we have x to be more or less like x exponent 0. And if we differentiate x exponent 0, right, what will be the result? So it's going to give us 0. Yes, of course, this is a constant alone. We're going to get 0 plus differentiating xy. Okay, here x is 7 as constant and we are differentiating y. So we differentiate y, you get what? 1. X multiplied by 1, which will give us what? X. It means that our result will be what? Will be x. Okay. Now let's take another example. So let's say we have this. We have, let me take a very nice example. We have, let's example 5. We have x squared I plus 2z what? J plus what? Plus o minus y what? K. Okay. So partially differentiating with respect to what? The x plane, right? It means that we have only x squared plus partially doing in the what? In the y plane we have what? 2z, right? And then in the k plane, right? Partially doing in the k plane we have minus y. Okay. So here we have I. Sorry. We don't have any I because q as a scalar. So if you differentiate with respect to x, meaning you're going to get 2x plus differentiating with respect to y, there's no y here, this is constant, this will give us 0. If you differentiate with respect to what z, there's no z here, so this will give us 0. So plus 0. So it means that our result is going to be 2x. Okay. I don't know if we should add more examples. Okay, so thank you very much, and then we'll end here. And then we have